me, Jennie Bee. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to play this. I can't wait. It's me, Jennie Bee. Oh my gosh. No, you're missing it. No. Let's start it over. We have to start it over. You have to see the gloriousness, the most wonderful thing that KFC has put out on this planet Earth. You're not going to miss it. You're not going to miss any of it. I won't allow it. Still really loud. Best friend! The Colonel! Oh, senpai! Wasn't that amazing? I know you all loved it. I know you all thought it was so great. It was so great. So great. So good. So good. Okay. Definitely have the start of this. I am so happy. This is a free game. It's free. Oh my gosh. If you love dating sims and you love KFC, go get this right now. Because it's free. It's free. Free. It's for you. Free. It's for me. My name is gonna be Jennie. Jennie. Oh, the chicken and the biscuits. I love it. Oh my god. You guys know I love KFC so much. I got a KFC shirt. Should have wore it. I should freaking wore it. Missed opportunity. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. Alright, we take a look around. We got the chicken. Ah! And little hearts. Pearls, water bottle, tennis racket. Am I sporty? The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in this moment forever. Or you could wake up. Now. Your first day of culinary school. No time to sleep. And am I going to learn how to make KFC chicken? Oh my god, Snack That Club. Up and at 'em. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School. Academy for Learning. What a name. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? Who will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and you find your imagination getting away from you. We need to take this seriously. This is our future. I better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed. Hair combed. Pits deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit. A KFC biscuit, maybe. Strut out the door and head off to class. Oh, look at the steam coming off of it, too. Ooh, it looks so delicious. Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School. Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever. Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, Jennie. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? I love that tree. Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. What the? It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam, raised by master chef parents. She's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box. Oh, watch out for that quicksand box. It's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with the University of Cooking School Academy of Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. A sweet girl, Miriam, has always had a flair for the dramatic. This school, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing it on a mannequin. Ouch. Should you pep talk her or change the subject and give her some relief? We're gonna pep talk her. She's gonna do great. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and we had our tarot cards read? That lady with the mask who gave me the nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looks spooky, but she was so sweet. And she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower? And that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. Don't cry. I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. If not, at least I have these killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself? You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. How much did those spoons cost me? Custom engraved? Hey! It's Ashley! What a way to spell Ashley! Your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get with anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave Jenny's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name's annoying. You know for a fact that she's actually Ashley, but she added extra letters to make herself feel better than anyone. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not gonna let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you can see Ashley's best friend, Van Van, the Man-Man. What are these names? I've stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can actually see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No line. They're rockin' glutes. Van. You rang? Stop right now. You've never been so sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you know them, Ashley and Van Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, that is always going to get me, that name, would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You think they just hand us our diplomas now? Or maybe hire us on professors. As professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. I really love Van Van. I love how his mohawk is a star. Like he has it shaved perfectly on the sides for it to create that look. With the first day of school about to start, there's just no time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers! As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oopsie. I think it's broken! You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Jenny, so... Are you gonna make me hold this door all day? No! And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I think it's just you. Yeah, what is he, like 4? You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable! Oh my god, his name is Sprinkles. Okay, we need a voice for Sprinkles. No! Quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please, call me Dog, Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect, woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. Oh, is something magical about to happen? I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then he walks in. Oh, something magical is about to happen. handsome. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him! It's... If it isn't my favorite student, Harland! Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles, sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this, over here, he must be Sweaty Sweats-a-lot. Maybe we should open up that window. Back up before faucet pits melt until puddle evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We're in the same kindergarten class. And what is it with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Jenny sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. Take a moment to clean yourself up. It's a good thing that you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Is it hot because Colonel Sanders just walked in, or... Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School Academy of Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends, present and future, past, present, future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle and you will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. I do not know what to give him as a voice. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss. Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue. You're on a fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? It's my third year in school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word. I'm finished. Let there be a lesson to you children, or you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Oh wow, he made it all the way across town. Where the class burst into laughter. Oh Clank, you rascal. What did he say? Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart and tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Oh, what kind? What kind? This one is a beef treat, this one's a chicken snack, this is a rubber ball. One of them is a toy, and the other two are actual food treats, so I'm kind of feeling the toy, because then you can enjoy it time after time again. Reach beneath your apron and return with the rubber ball in hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. You toss the ball and he bounds after it, grabbing it in his mouth and swinging it from side to side before dropping it. The thrill passes quickly. It's not clear if that's endeared you to him or not. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hey, Jenny, there's still a seat here. Oh my god, it's next to Colonel Sanders. It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me, if you're interested. 2 good options, but which will you choose? Oh, we're sitting by Colonel Sanders. Yes, we are. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears that he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me a seat. I only had 2 rules. Do all you can and do the best you can. It's the only way you can get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you right? Exactly. That's not what I asked, dude. As soon as you settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay! Quiz about me. It's incredibly important. Surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knife sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. Oh no. Am I gonna pass it? A train A is traveling to point B, and train B is traveling to point A. How important is it to wash your hands before cooking? It is so important. Looking at you, Pop. Extremely important. That's right. Force is to tree, as chicken is to, okay. Feather. Night vision goggles. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A spork, I think. That's right. What food is the best for a broken heart? Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt, camel meat, and a pancake that looks like a silly face? I don't know. Pancake? That's wrong! I mean, I want a pancake. Is Sprinkles a good boy? He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He's the best boy! That's right. Your total score is 4 out of 5. Not bad. Only 1 wrong, not too shabby. You might do all right, kid. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He nods with approval. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Wow, the cafeteria is nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles at the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, it's about lunch. Everyone cheers. Woo! But shh! Lunch, lunch, lunch! She said shh! In honor of the new semester, I prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You heard he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Oh, it's so beautiful! Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to rumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What do you think? We want your stupid recipe, dude? Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what his zinger Ashley is prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah. And I was just writing in my diary. Dear diary today, I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language changes from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he's destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like his. She wants them all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any. I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as if he tries to hold his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. I want to eat the chicken right now. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Oh, it's a taste funnel of goodness. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transport you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim towards the light. Grandma, is that you? Savor. We're gonna savor. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful. Pure, heavenly. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man, for a flavor, are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I've had for a new combination of flavors that would make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all times as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got two more whole days to get to know each other. Why so sullen? I know it missed the chicken on the top of his cane. He's clearly not to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, then he leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Wow! You would have never guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you can get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find that Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world, you can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now's the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Nag him to show your own strength, wow with a big idea, to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Be modest but thoughtful. Just wow him. You know, about that, I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt it. It has a way of leaving an impression on all who taste it. You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavors. I actually had some thought on how you could improve it. Improve it! You want to change my secret recipe, and you think you can do better? Have you heard of habanero peppers? Heard of them? I tend an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne. Not Kanye. But that's not the point. You can't just toss some new ingredients into my secret recipe and expect to improve it. think I chose the wrong thing. A recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. I didn't mean to... Let this be the last time you improvise on my recipes, Jenny. I'm headed back to class for the next lesson. No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to do that. That certainly didn't go as planned. I thought we were going to come with our own idea, not improve on his already awesome idea. You better head back inside, but you wait a moment so that Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing after him. You step inside the massive cooking area where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an apron, an oven, and all tools and ingredients they could ever need. Look at this place! It's magnificent! Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no! We have to show our stuff! What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. Well, today's lesson, we will be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off! Naturally, Miriam looks over to you, but you're unable to control yourself. You pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson on as a team? A team of two, that is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner?
Aww.
Wait, I actually kind of wanted to be with Miriam this time. Sure, Jenny. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Bleep, 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 bleep. Oh my, two potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen. I don't know who to choose. Looks like you have to pick for her. Friends' duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you have to pay for not being alone forever. So true. Who do you want to be Miriam's partner? Probably the robot, because he's probably more precise. And he drives or rolls all the way across town twice a day just to come here. He's got passion, he's got drive, and he proves it twice a day. I'm going with robot. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam would be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins rolling back and forth. Warp, 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 warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Tissue, I hardly know you. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like the two of you will be just fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy? I don't know. I gotta think about this. I'm really feeling the gravy and the mashed potatoes just because it kind of goes with his fried chicken, like, vibe already. I really could pick, like, all 3. Let's go with the potatoes and gravy. Hearts? Was it hearts? Did I do something right? I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we can make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders cast a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please. Let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business. And you better keep your fingers off my man. Someone call for me? No, geez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Jenny's dreams, remember you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork? That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. We peeled them too? Picked them and peeled them. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Is it getting loud? I'm gonna bring the mic a little closer. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looks like Jennie was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concord creations worth of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we're cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like thigh and drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunks of hunks, in your time with me. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie, who will always have your back. Yes! You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. She's my best friend forever. This girl's friend and need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. I'm so pumped right now with this music. You're good, Miriam. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them. I actually think Ashley and Van were just leaving you in the dust. Vis-a-vis? My skills as a chef, perhaps. But stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken. Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Jennie is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles and hope he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short and sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize the tension of the moment. Your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth, brown gravy smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Colonel. Together you dig utensils into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you flame the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something! Scooping up a finger, Van tastes the delicious mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it is delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Jennie. We do not waste food in the boom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you better be prepared to eat it wherever it lands. Can I have potatoes, face? Then Ren rushes back over, covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy. Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus and my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe blade forged by supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. This ends now. It is I who have the spite, and you will all look on with envy. Interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't quite strike my nose right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The result could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. Hold on 1 second. I want to see if I can turn this down. Like maybe a little bit. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! That was me screaming. Ah! Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it's gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped into Pop's mouth. Oh no, Pop! It killed the weird student. Is it gonna kill Pop? Pop winces in pain for a moment and is almost immediately back to his obvious self. Oopsie! Tastes like poison. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen over the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. Inoculated him. I'm not sure the professor here makes enough money. Oh, hello. I've just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all of his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? For real? Oh, come on! You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting chirped up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders. Yes, Jennie. There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Ah, jeez. See, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And ever since that day, I've been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lived in lots of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you... Shut up! I'm the one here to say the inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him! We're talking about me! Me! I'm the hero! The spork monster is here to fight a hero? What? Oh, look! A monster suddenly appeared. Van, we need a hero. Be the hero. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. We will not let harm come to another student. Except for that ghost kid. I kind of dropped the ball on that. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me. Because I'm a monster. See? He's rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? Before you can discuss syntax any further. It's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Attack! You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? We're gonna cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. The attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Attack! It worked last time, right? Yeah, it totally did. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mind mash and draws energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Attack! Which attack? Cook with love. At this rate, this semester will probably be over before this fight is. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Ulti Tensile. You take 2 damage. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Attack! Again! Cook with love. Spork Monster's oozing cheese sauce into the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pod Pie Power Pinch! Oh my! Pod Pie. Does 10 damage. Spork Monster's defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews his steam into the night. Forget mercy, finish him! No student will ever walk the quad in fear again. This monster messed with the wrong chef. You ready your final attack? You'll never survive my student debt loan of destruction! Relatable. Spork Monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to surprise me, Jennie. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to it signed out is Borko. Borko. The name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't even know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled over you as you're tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dreams, you're together with Colonel Sanders, and for some reason Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Z's. And everybody flies on fried chicken. You wake on day 2, attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there's that secret ingredient that Colonel went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the Spork Monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. We got to talking after class, and he's totally a sweet guy. Not only that, he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at the school, and he didn't even go. And it was also the convertible that he himself rode into front of the homecoming parade. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in the pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it's best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and the Colonel? The coolest guy in school? The famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy of Learning? You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why would he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove yourself that love's real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're not alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dry flower petals. And if that I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with him and brought him home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch. You know, like pen pals. I bet he'd love to know more about my new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. Oh my god, no, we can't. Make up a fake ingredient. I don't even remember this ingredient. I don't even remember him telling us. Did he even tell us? You can only think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about it was Eye of Newt? I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure out that you satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, immediately she turns around and does her thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. It's probably not good. Before you ask her to affirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Run to him! You decide the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are is for you to run to him. Surely he'll swoop you onto the back of his station and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel! My Colonel. However, your sudden movement surprised the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face! The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Oh, Jenny, I am here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It's important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I have been trapped in the realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. You need to repeat my name 3 times. And that name is... Before you can continue, you suddenly awake. Oh, jeez. That poor guy. You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He rouses you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is it that just his natural seasoned musk? No, we're not going to kiss him yet. Compliment the craftsmanship of the horse's shoes. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. It's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. Oh, he liked it. I got hearts on that one. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way, they're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? I thought you're not interested, but really try to get a closer look. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van muttering something that sounds like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping and covers your tracks to improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you know what a good meal is if you ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. It doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a good look at what they're hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after you encountered the spork monster. It's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van, who's hiding the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. I need some water. Hold on. Hey everyone! Hayes is just now joining the stream. Hey! You notice that they haven't been studying the book. They've got Pop-Pop pinned to the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing. Before you can take any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he might roll over Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. Watch how you talk to him. You didn't do anything. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over for me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he knows that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, who do I care? What do I care? I've got a lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help with your business plan. Just then Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. You try to give Sprinkles a pat on the head, but he snarls at you. Sorry, sir. I get a little worked up if people try and pet me before I've had my morning coffee. Let there be a lesson to you. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's a scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy, down! Off hoppin'! That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what was up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we reveal the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken! You want to pay attention to class, truly, you do. Which is why in 1776, signing the Declaration of Independence, it was the chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss the most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of fruit in front of you. Well, Jenny? Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you sample? A dog, a pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from you from the other items. It sparkles in the most eye-catching way. So naturally, you reach out to grab it. Eat it. You reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The peppers trigger the intense spice hallucination. Feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through... To fulfill the prophecy, you must feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh man! You come to and find everyone staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. Oh, that was the dog? You got mad at me. You think to yourself, geez, I should better pay attention better. We all make mistakes, and she'll forgive you someday. Someday? Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via time competition cook-off. The level of theatrics these two is off the charts. Step up and say you're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you two fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Jenny. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer! Timer ready! Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing these words, "Timer's ready!" That's what I'm talking about. Oh! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that is an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope it's a message that lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now it's my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy one day, and you're feeling like you can really impress him here again. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Oops. Rethinking, get my head in the game. You need to season the chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices? He said 11. That's right. You may not know all the ingredients, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Now that you got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. Which state of mind offers the most flavor? Vigilance! Oh, dang it. That's wrong. I'm begging you, get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for dumb dog jokes. Oh, I'm begging you. Next question. Your classmate's rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? Small town. That's right. This is your shot and you're not going to miss it. Oh! Try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. Ah! Don't make me get the spray bottle. Is this the end? Yep. Game over. Try again. Oh my god, I really failed. Really? Oh man. Can I start back from the beginning of the quiz, I hope? Okay. Let's get to the cook-off. You're on. Yep. Okay. Under pressure, blah, blah, blah. Okay, C. That's right, but how would you have gotten into school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that entice offer and motivate you. You're gonna need to season. Oh yeah, the chicken. 11. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. I feel like it might be a little too loud. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. State of mind. It's not vigilance. Trust. Dang it. Okay. Small town. Okay. What is the noise of success? It's not sizzling. Is it silence? That's right. When they taste your cooking, they'll be so taken with it that they will be unable to speak. Notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Jenny. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except he's watching you, makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy will it feel to take? Oh, I don't know. Wait, I didn't get to read it. Hold on. You're stranded on a deserted island with only one dessert cookbook. What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? You're really struggling to keep up. The next station over actually has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up for time, you top biscuit dough into the stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Jennie does. And a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer to rescue the dough before it's overmixed. Jennie, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck and immediately crushed by the quick spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that an easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And I'm here with the completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me winner by default. No, wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Jennie's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Jennie to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop of a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly, something, I don't know. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covering finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel. Put yourself between. Yeah, we're putting ourselves in between. You reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off his glistening face. Colonel Sanders recoils and pushes you back. Oh, he didn't like that. This goatee isn't a fashion statement. It's also functional. I was saving that for later. No! Oh, I wiped his beard and it's game over. Dang it. It's hard. I don't want to do the cooking thing again. Don't make me. They made me. Okay, let's do it. Okay, 11. With gratitude, yes. Small town. Silence, that's right. Okay. I think we end up like screwing up the thing anyway. Screwing up the cooking competition anyway. Okay. I made a dish, it's a dessert, and it's got a bunch of stuff in it. Look at all the stuff. Okay. Internalize the rage. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run into the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and they've decided to get married. He won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and the small fire. I should get that checked. I'm fine! Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I'd never failed in anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school. Incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. Was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life and I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now. But it hasn't always been. Sounds like this eye could really use a hug. I resolved that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money could deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by the threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scare from the night, you're prepared for the worst. It's the spork monster again. Gorko, the spork monster, it's here to fight a hero. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Goko, but I've sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, I'm here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirked. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Jennie is trying to say is, can't we be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose. We really don't need to fight. It's just I got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this. You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth and he devours it into one gulp. Delicious. You're much nicer than evil students who once upon a time turned me into a creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a chihuahua, but I was a student at this school until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed. He's even got sporks his teeth. I didn't realize. A magic spellbook. Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and should rely on such dark, evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who could cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't be fear. I will be there. Sounds like there's some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Jennie, together I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss it. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Colonel's home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. He's got a nice home, and right on the lake, too. Oh, look at him as a baby, even out of that beautiful goatee as a baby. It looks like you've lived such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel's eyes perks up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Perhaps both. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it secret just for you? Reveal it. You decide that you'll be as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage disc glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway. Magnificent! Together, you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer him to make more, but it seems he's a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items you can look closer at. Each item seems to be radiating memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about Colonel. Woo! You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out in the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could tell you my name right now. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window and crack at the ghost of student is swept out of the breach. Tap on an item to discover more about Colonel. A baby picture. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and the mustache combo he sports, you figure that it must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face of the Lego of the company they founded, am I right? Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. That's a little dish at Lego. Ooh, candle, yeah. A scented candle. You pick it up and identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in the lake? Summer of '69? No. It's one of those secret recipe ingredients. It's Tap on an item. Oh, more. The comb. No, the chicken. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic. It's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when he was alive. When he was alive? Oh, the chicken. I thought we were talking about the Colonel for a second. A little note clipped into the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. The door's open. You open the door of Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of signature white suits hanging within. You take one off the hanger and try it on. The jacket's a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. Oh, he probably smells like fried chicken. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you look any further, you hear the Colonel returning. He has a new dish he's been working on. He wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. I was cold. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots close to the fireplace. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about where you're going to cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run to the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you a pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Jenny? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Chicken! You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. Think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, isn't even illegal. But it's the recipe. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. Oh, I wanted to look at it. No. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. Ooh, it was fried chicken and buttery biscuits. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Flatter him! You know, I think we make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eyes. He gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. Why do we do that? I would totally be like, yes, please. I would have run my own KFC branch. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Thank you for the host. Thank you to everyone popping up on the stream. Thank you. Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it. I couldn't find you. I got worried that something bad happened to you. It's okay. But now it turns out that you're fine. I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends and things quickly spiraled out of control. Should you just say skydiving as if it's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night must be too much to bear. And I went on a date too. Back at Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from the distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, great. I'll order you one right away. I like swirly sprinkles, please. Hey, sprinkles a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school. There's a horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Jenny, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now, you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince in pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are getting close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Jenny, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? What about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. There's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Jenny. I'm more capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell more of your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Jenny. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa! That book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire. I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open a page cover with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it would erase anyone I choose from all memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it'll probably help me better focus on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Could you think of something else? Like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger. Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times calls for desperate measures. You got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and it's a pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't do it. We're not gonna do it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. I don't want to forget Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for students to arrive. He clears his voice and makes a quick announcement. I want you all to know, I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry, reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Yes, I like that. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs out of the window of the class. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Jenny, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before you can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles interrupted by words and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. Always crying. Beesh, beesh, beesh. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank seem to be arguing, but you haven't learned to speak Clank's language and in mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan. JJ forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bzz, bzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can hold all their hands as you pedal down the mountain or go off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gasps in his panels, and then a loud ding stabs him in his tracks. Beep beep. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker, suggesting that he himself has wheels, not feet. It's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see the entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam TM. Trademarked. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test of time approaches. See you in the Oldian arena. Before you can think of how your upcoming competition, think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if it's the source of her frustration as such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise to this final exam, hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs. But she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off to the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe, sort of. But I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else wants to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle down for the first someone to show little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. I bet that Professor Doug is going to lop it up. I'm thinking dog. While you're pep talking Miriam, you quickly missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea on how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head up to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it. The location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his evil counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through the quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Jennie's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Jennie, what are you doing here? There is still time before the exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You're usually happy to share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick it to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Fess up about your practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No! I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It is the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkle lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is except... God, I'm choking on like dry air in my throat. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her gigantic magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely preparing something to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve something perfect. His original recipe fried chicken. The intensity of the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates throughout the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients in the itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend blaster! Van flexes his pectorals as he chomps open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's a singularity, as we were foretold. We must let happen or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct! Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's certainly evil magic? Do it the hard way! Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Jenny. Miriam notices too. I've always believed in you, Jenny, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cooking or cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food? Short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. Where in the world did she get Eye of Nude from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling into dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It's I, Steve, the Spork Monster. Steve, wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We Spork Monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve and I have to battle. So I have to say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the Spork Monster, notices that you got a grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. See what you're up to. Crisscross sometimes some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it. Sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing me some of fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I always want to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell you a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint. Never mind. Tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep down within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been pairing this for their entire lives for... Yes, Jennie, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been suddenly immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been pairing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Jennie. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides you had earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you managed to make is mac and cheese and the time is almost up, so you're gonna need it. For Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you have ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass the individual efforts. Are you suggesting? If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union. Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. You seem to be missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hey, I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess. Did Van have something to do with this? Would someone ask for a wedgie? Who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing as he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSLA, AL. History, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You hear a signature whir beep and onomatopoeia, but there is none. Somehow I must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. It leaves only 4 remaining students. Please, collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow. 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I made tender udon noodles and a savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. It is a teeny tiny naruromaki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl. Yes, chef. Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea I made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully snips the dish before opening his mouth, letting just the tip of his pinky dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine. I'll enjoy it by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, but it was less than Thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a hug. Huge hug. Thank you, Jennie, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard and an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different color type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? Yes, that's exactly why I did it. It's a bit much kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof, woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Finally, Sprinkles goes on in tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch, my tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat. I keep poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that starting food in a bowl made of needles can make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour. Don't discount sympathy. This isn't the last you heard of me. Before forcing to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkle graciously laps a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps to calm my agitated tongue. Next student. Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask you please to refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it anyway. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Jenny? I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yes, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job at cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I want to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. With that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This is the last you heard of me, either. This class gets much smaller. I'll be teaching myself. You and Connor Sandals, the final cook, step up together. 2 chefs. To begin as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese. Oh, so delicious. Has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing, eyeing the bowl. Oh, that looks so good. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. From somewhere. Just when I thought I've seen everything in the kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend into this reality, into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkle declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There was supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could there be any better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. So, DJ Dog is in the house! Ow, 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 ow! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach a dog old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was a trick to finally get you to notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone's together. It's the Spork monster. He's totally mellowed out. Everyone, Spork Monsters no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he has to say, but everyone is so wrapped up in talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. Red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop! He arrived late to the dance, but apparently it's for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Oh. Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had a mail directly to your father. We figured it was the last thing we could do for the school's team. Oh, I get it now. He was the dean the whole time? And we get a new ring on the school, new wing, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music of the dance is entered by the sound of sparkling and electric hissing. It's Clank, who arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. I'm supposed to do that robot voice. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figure out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she's managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. Portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Bye, Clank. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he's come to prepare to feed the entire class. However, it's not just enough to give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal, baby! I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in history of chicken, and a man by not reminding the people to go out and buy my chicken. So delicious! The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on a delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Jenny, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy of Learning, just to name a few. It is truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Jenny. His 100th franchise will finally take a day off. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I can enroll in pastry school. Oh, my dear Jenny, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. Along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end! Woo! Stop! Oh my gosh, is it really starting over? So I don't think we got the best ending. We got like a good ending. We didn't get the best one. I think the best one is when you impress him with your cooking and get him together as a connection. That was it! Oh! Yum! Oh, this makes me want KFC chicken. I want some fried chicken. Yes, that was so cute and amazing. Loved it. Played the whole thing. Hope you guys loved the stream. That was really fun. I love dating sims and I love KFC, so best of both worlds, baby. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the stream. Thank you, thank you. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. I uploaded Little Misfortune Part 1. Link to that is below. Don't forget to click on the Bumblebee banner. If you want to know what time I'm streaming next, follow me on my Instagram. I update when I'm streaming, where I'm streaming, what time I'm streaming. So that is also below. Click on that link, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.